Hey guys, it's me. It's cold out. So, I have come with an update for future Let's Plays. I know people go like, you're doing stuff already as it is. Yes, I am doing stuff, but I want to do a bit more RPG stuff. And I want to hear your guys' opinions on certain games. Now, this was a given I was going to do regardless. Lufia. Grandia 1, or Grandia, depending on how you look at it and pronounce it. It's technically, both is considerably right, but yeah. The only reason I'm asking, do you guys want me to do this now or later? Mostly because I've been teasing Persona, or most Shin Megami Tensei stuff for a while now. But I've really never felt the drive to play through them again as of late. I usually play games 3 or 4 months in advance, so it's not going to be completely like, oh, I remember exactly what to do. It's more like I'll just jog my memory and see what happens. So, it's still interesting commentary and still interesting, etc., etc. But here's a game that I actually literally just picked up maybe 3-4 weeks ago. And mind you, I have a ton of other games to play through, so I've been playing casually, and casually being 16 hours, and put most of that time in when I first got the game. Grandia 3. Yes, I understand that Grandia 2 and 1 are a lot better what people say. And in truth, I can't draw a correlation between all 3 games because I've only played Grandia 1, and I still haven't beat it. Like, I've never finished the game, let's just say that. I got up to disc 2, I believe, or like the second part of the world, or however they did that in that game. I remember where I got up to, and I could spoil it for people who've played the game, but I'd rather not. I'm pretty sure I'm in disc 2. But in Grandia 3, as of this update, I have got to disc 2, and I am thoroughly enjoying it. And I'm going to state this right now. I saw a review earlier today saying there's no side quests in this game like there was in Grandia 1 and 2. I am aware of this. Problem is, does that really make it an un-Let's Playable game? I've seen people do Let's Plays of it, or like I haven't seen them because I want to keep it spoiler-free, mostly for me. But I've seen people talk about this, and it's been a Let's Play, so from my personal experience, I do like the series, and I like Grandia 3 a fair amount. With all the relationship status, etc., etc. Stuff that's like, oh, it's actually enjoyable. And yes, I said enjoyable because I do really like Grandia series. I actually went through a top 3 list on my, in my head, before this recording, just to talk about it. So, I know people are going to slap me, or, call me crazy, etc., etc., but technically, this was funded by Enix. This wasn't made by Enix. My top 3 RPG series, I'll go back to playing now and again, is as follows. 3 being the lowest, 1 being the highest. Is, Final Fantasy, Lufia, and then Grandia. People are probably thinking, what? Why is Grandia higher than Lufia, considering how much you talk Lufia up? In truth, Grandia kind of just brings a lot of joy and pain when you play those games. And yes, I realize I'm not talking about Shin Megami Tensei stuff because I haven't played too much of it. I can't say from a standpoint, hey, I like this because I've played so and so. The only games I played was the Shin Megami Tensei for the DS or 3DS. I played a bit of Nocturne, never got into it too much. I played a ton of Persona 3 and 4, obviously, but those are the only 2 Persona games I've played as of so far. Now, I do enjoy a lot of heavy plot and etc. Sorry, I've also played Devil Squad 1. I have not played 2, because I haven't finished 1 technically. I'm right at the end of it. But yeah, people are going to go oh, why didn't you just do the Shin Megami Tensei, as you said you're going to? In truth, I've never felt, I felt connection to them because of religion and other aspects of mythology that I really like. And yes, I totally said mythology, it's actually based off mythology, or a lot of it is. I still like the Tales of series, but in truth, It's not in my top 10, mostly just due to the fact that the Tales of series kind of follows the same trope sometimes. But in the case of Grandia and why that's my favorite currently, and it may change later depending on how 15 does, I guess. Probably not, that won't change a whole lot. The only reason I like Grandia so much is honestly due to the fact that it does a lot of tropes, but it kind of throws it out the window at times. Case in point, let's take the main character from Grandia 1, Justin. He never really he was like the adventure kid, like, you know, usually start off like a humble, shy little guy who doesn't know how to do much. But no, he already knew what he wanted to do. He wanted to become an archaeologist. I hate that word. He wanted to go see ruins. He wanted to go basically be like his father, which I think dies. I don't quote me on that. I don't remember the game too well. And then, you know, he does just that. He's like, you know what? Buy Hotel's great and all, but I'm dreaming bigger. I want bigger. And like, it's not a greedy sense of bigger. It's more of a, hey, I know the knowledge I could search out there is going to be vastly better than what I could read in a book. So he takes action. He's not exactly a bookworm. And then you have characters like Freya. I am saying her name wrong, and she's the other main character, and I feel silly because I remember Sue and Fluffy, or Fluffle, but I don't remember what's her face. I said Straya, and I'm pretty sure it's not Straya. It's like not Alfina. That's Grandia 3. But yeah, like, she's adventurous. She's pretty much what Justin wanted to be. And, you know, Justin was kind of that character who was just like, I'm a hot shot. I don't really care what's going on. Wow, what's her face? And yes, I'm gonna say what's her face. She's kind of like, okay, well, I've seen enough of the world. I pretty much know like everything about this planet. So let's go on an adventure together. Sure, she kind of plays off like a ditz at times, like a really bad ditz. But like, she does that purposely to like put Justin in a false sense of security. It's more of like, oh, I don't know this woman. I need to like be on my toes. And then she's like, nah, it's fine. And then, you know, she gets backstabbed and forced to marry someone. You crash a wedding. It's awesome. I'm sorry. I really like that. And, you know, she says point blank, I'm not ready to marry someone. I can't marry someone who would tie me down and not let me go adventuring. So I guess that was a trope. And yeah, no, that kind of is a trope. But that goes for most relationships out there. I'm pretty sure not everyone would want to be married and, you know, forced to stay at home or whatever the norm of housewives are. I don't know. In truth, I actually don't know, nor do I care. But like, it's kind of throwing the trope of like, hey, don't be a jerk, and like, this kind of could be implied to your life. Don't be a total asshole. And I don't know, I have a lot of feelings and a lot of mixed emotions with that game. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's RPG. It does a lot of tropes and does a lot of like throw-arounds. So yeah, Grandia is pretty high up there for me. And, you know, the combat's fun. It's addicting. It's probably the most fun I've had in any RPG as of late, because it's just been more like, hit the A button to attack. Do this. Hit the X button to use your Keyblade. That's pretty much how I see most games nowadays. It's right, Keyblades, guns, or gunblades. And to be completely fair and honest, I would love a gunblade just because it would make no sense. It's a long range, but a short range, and then you have other bullets you can put. Oh my god, I am a huge weapon fanatic, so fashion and weapons. You want to look fashionable as you kill stuff, I guess. I feel kind of bad because I could probably go into business with that, and just that would be tragic for anyone who befell me. But anyways, yeah, like, it's just the idea of, hey, let's just take everything you know, spin it on its head, and then make a fantastic story about it. And yes, I technically did spoil the first like 2.5 hours of, or more like the first 4 hours of Grandia. But yeah, like, I'm definitely gonna let's play that eventually, but I need a bigger hardware than my laptop, and I need a new microphone mostly. But when I get my like home computer set up and stuff, I'll definitely do that. I love games like that. It's kind of like Golden Sun in a way, where it's like, oh, you're just like a little town boy, and it's not a whole lot. And then it's like, oh, mystic powers of like psychokinesis. That's not the word for that, but let's roll with that. Yeah, but like the games were fun. Like they were also very good in storytelling. In the case of Grandia 2, I haven't played it, but I've seen Kana Sky's Let's Play of it, which I think she's continuing. I haven't watched her in a super long time. But like that's why I tuned in for most Kana Sky or / podcast update thingies. Hell, I even went to one of her streams on a site that I can't remember. So yeah, like I've always been a big fan of Grandia ever since I seen out Kana Sky, and that was a fair amount of years ago. That was definitely like when I was in middle school, which also was her speed paint episodes with Jaden from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, and how much I love Jaden. Oh my god, Jaden's a good character. I'm sorry, I know a ton of people who don't like Jaden. Sure, he's the hippie out of every duelist, but he's such a cool hippie. And kind of like the average teen of like 2004. Or like the 90s, rather. So yeah, like, I don't know, what's your opinion as people who know Grandia, Slandia? Let's just put every word, every letter in that slot. And yeah, in truth, I want to make a game like Grandia. I want to be like that crazy company that like no one hears from, but when they publish a game, you bet your sweet muffins everyone's buying that game. So yeah, what else is there? There's Grandia 2, which I don't have a whole lot of experience with, minus watching the Let's Play of it. But basically all I remember from that game was, oh, hey look, a holy woman. But, you know, when you go to the sanctuary, she becomes a devil. And it's awesome, because she swaps her holy powers with devil powers, and it's amazing. And it's like, yo, just because I'm a devil, it doesn't mean I'm a bad person. And then you find out through the game, and then she's amazing, and oh my god, I'd hug her, and probably get my head ripped off. Okay, she wouldn't be that mean. She'd probably, like, just burn me slightly. But yeah, like, I've always liked tropes and whatnot, and like, when they're done properly, it's just so much more to love about it. And, you know, since I've been playing through Grandia 3 and made it to Disc 2 on a PS2 game, which is amazing, I've been playing Grandia 3 a lot. And, you know, what I've played so far, yeah, Athena and Yuki are kind of just average characters to some degree, but it still shows off so much potential. And if there's a Grandia 4, I want to own it, because I hear it's really good. Or, you know, if it's out there ever, I want to buy a copy. I want to experience it. I want to see, like, what all the hype was. And to be fair, it's a hype worth getting into. So, yes, I might sound like a preacher, blah, blah, blah. I've got so used to this at points where I've just, like, memorized my scripts left and right. Yeah. And, like, the only thing bad about Grandia 3, what I've seen so far, or no, what I've played so far, is probably just the intro. In truth, I think if they put a more spin on that intro, it could have been amazing. But even so, it's fine as it is. It's nothing to bitch about. But, yeah, like, it kind of carries on the trope of Grandia 1. So, look forward to that for a future Let's Play. I'm going to literally do this, and people are going to go like, what happened to the blind Let's Play? Still working on it, folks. Can't rush perfection, except there's no perfection in this world. Oh, and also, if you've never heard of Grandia 3's J-pop intro, and yes, I know it's J-pop, and no one likes J-pop, I kind of do. Well, that's kind of. It depends on who's doing it. It is called Fly in the Sky. Or is it Sky? Fly. Is it Fly in the Sky or Sky something something? Whatever, just look up Grandia 3 intro. It'll come up. And Grandia 2's intro was kind of cool, what I remember. Grandia 1, I have, like, no recollection of the intro, so I can't recommend that. But yeah, I would definitely want to do also, like, fan covers, or not fan covers, English covers of stuff, because I really like music, and I'm not too bad at singing. But the problem is, with the microphone I have and my cell phone, I'll probably end up doing it with my cell phone and then doing a proper version of it later on a computer. But yeah, I've always loved video game music, and this goes into another conversation topic I wanted to bring up. I wanted to bring up, who here would want to do a duet? Yep, I am coming out right out the bars and saying this. Who wants to do a duet? Be a guy, woman, whatever else that's under the sun. Like, just... It's gonna be hard because Skype and, just in general, talking to people on Skype is a laggy Skype fest, but that's gonna have to happen. Or, like, people could blend it, mix it, I don't really care. I just want to do a duet, because there's a couple songs, in my opinion, that would be perfect for a duet. Case in point, Nights into Dreams Night Song. That one iconic song that everyone knows from Nights into Dreams, where it's, in the nights... dream delights, I wanna see you standing there, there, da da da, da 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 da. Yeah, that's not perfect singing voice for me, but that's what you're getting right now. I just popped my foot. Ow, god damn, my foot's so weak and it sucks. Anyways, yeah, duets. Maybe I was gonna say maybe a croissant. I am just really hungry apparently. But yeah, like whatever people want to do, or audio files and then you edit it because I can edit it. Never mind. Either or, just let's get into touch. Let's all be let's all be fine let's players and let's lasses and whatever else may come up and singers and actors and whatever else might show up. Let's take it all on with a head full of everything. You're nothing, depending on who you are and how you think. Let's just take it on one step at a time, shall we, folks? So, until the next update, let's meet again someplace doing another... I'm trying to steal Steven George's sign out, and I totally fludged it up. If Steven George, or if anyone listens to Steven George, I'm sorry. Whatever. See you guys later.